Hello, this is for all my friends who are interested in finding out how to make these scarves that I've been making. You need a scarf loom, which is a long loom. It's 15 inches long. You can, depending on the width of the scarf, um, I've used 12 sets of pegs and ended up with a scarf like this. And I used some super bulky yarn. It's number 6. You can use smaller yarn, which is a number 4, which is like regular size yarn. Whenever you use that, you need to have 2 strands, either 2 of the same color or 2 different colors, and just use it in your loom knitting with 2 strands at a time. I like the larger size because it's larger, more bulky, and it doesn't get tangled when you have to use 2 of them. However, there's not as much yarn in these, so you're gonna have, for this I used 3 skeins of this yarn, which the skeins are like $2.49 a skein, so it's really not that much. But so it probably took about $9 to make this scarf, and that's what the end looked like. Um, it's very nice. It's 62 inches long. I meant to do it right at 5 feet, but because I had some extra yarn, I just wanted to sit there and just use up the rest of it. So I made a couple more inches, and which will be nice because the longer it is, the more you can do with it and wrap it around. But that's what it looks like, and that's the end of it right here. To get started, you need the scarf loom. You need a you need this pick. Well, actually, it's a loom hook. Whenever these come with this is the Boy brand, BOYE. It's less than $10 at Walmart. You can get different brands. You have to be careful because I just had a peg come off, and so I had to glue it back on. So I'm hoping it's dry, but I'm not going to make the scarf as wide this time as I did with the cream colored or tan colored one. You also need a pair of scissors. You probably should have a crochet hook. It'll make it easier at the end, and I'll show you why once we get to the end of it. And also, besides the loom hook, this also comes with the needle, and you're going to need that at the end as well. It's just a plastic needle. There we go. So, trying to center everything in, and it's not doing so hot. So anyway, you got your yarn. It's easier to dig through the middle of the skein and find the end there, because it's much more smoother to just keep pulling out of the center than getting the end that's towards the outside, because then the yarn can roll around everywhere. You want to make a slip knot, so about that long, I'd say. That way, long enough that it's going to go across the whole scarf. And just to make it slip knot, put your finger here and cross this and bring the end up through the hole, but not completely. And then you want to pull like that. Now, and then that makes the slip knot. And these come with a peg on the end right here, So you want to start, you want to put this part right here, and it stays there until you get quite a bit loom knitted on there, and you just pull it and it's tight. First, okay, let's see if I can get this. Okay, we're going to zigzag this. So you're going to want to go on the outside of it. Let's see if I can. And you're going to want to zigzag. Until however many loops you want to do. I'm going to do 10 sets. It'll be a little bit narrower than the scarf that I just showed you, but that's because my loom leg has fallen back off again. As you can tell right there, it's missing. So looks like that we're just going to use 10, and I will worry about this later. So once you get through there, then we're going to come back around, go around the outside there, and you're going to go around here again to the ones that don't have, like that one and that one doesn't have it. So we're going to go around and okay, so it's around, that's what it looks like. So we're going to go, we've already went around once. Now we're going to go around again, so make sure that these are all down below. Go around it again, zigzagging to diagonal pegs. And go around, and you're going to do it again. Okay, so now you have 2 rows of the same. Now what you need to do is over here where you have the stationary peg right here, you want to take the one here, take the lower one, grab a hold of it and pull it over. And so, okay, so it looks like that. If you can see, you brought it over. So then you want to push that down, and you want to do the same thing to all the pegs. Grab a hold of this one, the bottom one, and pull it over. Grab a hold of the bottom one and pull it over. And you can push these down and it'll look like that. See the pieces of yarn. You want to do this all the way down. So you have two pieces of yarn here. Grab the bottom one and pull it over to the other side. And then push them down. Push all these down and see, looks like that. Now you want to do it also to the other side. Just kind of hold your yarn over here to the side so that you know it doesn't it's not really loose. You want to go to the other side and do the same thing. So you want to grab the, put your hook in the bottom, and pull it over. Just like that. Now you have one, and now you have one. We're going to do the same thing to that one. There's two here. Grab the bottom, pull it over, and go all the way down. Do all your pegs that way. Okay. So then you got one. You've only got one on each peg again. So you're going to take your yarn. You're going to go around it again one more time, down and back, to put 2 layers of strands on each peg. Just like that. Now you're going to go around and do the zigzag again. It looks like. Okay, now it's back to the end again. There's two, now you have two again. So you want to take yarn, hold it tight, hold it firm, and you're going to do it again. You're going to pull the bottom one over the top strand and keep doing that. See if I can get it straight. If you can see how they look, take the bottom one, pull it over. Alright, and that's that. You can see the hooks with the loops, how they come right here. So you can push all these down, get them down for the next time when you bring the yarn around. You do the same thing to the other side. Bring in the bottom one over. Here we go. Gotta make sure you get all the yarn that's in that strand. Sometimes you might have a couple pieces of string that you need to get over. They got separated from the strand. Okay, so they're all done again. They're all back down to one. So you want to push these down. And you can see on the end where it's starting to look knitted down there. And that's just the beginning. Now you want to do it again. And you want to keep doing this Okay. Now you're back to the end. So you want to get that, start pulling the bottom one over again, since there's two on each end, on each peg. Put the bottom loop over the top, over the peg. Alright, so got that. Now we want to do the other side. This side. Because that's still got the two on there. So then you take the bottom one, pull it over, and do that all the way down. And you're going to keep doing this until you get the length. You can start pushing them down. Okay, now we're back down to 1, and you just take your thumb and you just push them all down again until it looks like this. And on the other side, it's starting to look knitted. And you're going to keep doing that until you get the length. I'm going to cut this short, and I'll be back with you as soon as I start getting more down to where I'm getting ready to cast off. Okay? Hi, just wanted to check in with you and let you know that whenever you get so far into your project, you want to take the slip knot off of this peg here. Take it off, and you want to untie it. But should you just pull it, and you pull it through here. There's the yarn at the end. So you just want to pull it through, and this part here will just be dangling. Okay? I will see you here in a few. Okay, now we're back. I've finished the scarf. I've gotten it to the length I want. It's actually like 5 feet 2 inches. There again, I went over a couple inches in what my intentions were, but that's okay. That's more to wrap around you and keep you warm. Now I did have to switch looms. The Boy brand, the BOYE red one that I just had, that one was breaking. It's the second one I've been through that's broken. So I went to Joann's and I got it's called the KB knitting board, and you can knit something that is up to 40 inches wide. There's 2 other boards that can go on the end, going this way, that's got 20 pegs, and altogether there is, I think, 196 pegs. And this is a pretty sturdy loom, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it's well worth it so you don't have to keep buying new ones. We are ready to cast off, so I still have, I'm down to 1 on each peg that I have here, and what you need to do to cast off is bring all of the ones on this side over here to this side, so now you'll have 2 loops just like that. Just bring them over straight across. Take your loom pick, and you're making 2. So I'm getting it from over here, and I'm putting it directly across. See, now there's 2 there, and we keep going all the way around, getting this 1 loop, fitting over here, making 2 loops. And that one wanted to run away. There we go. And we have one more here. Directly across. So now there's two, and on the other side there's none. So now that you have two of them, you're going to do like you did before, and you're going to take the bottom loop and take it across. Bottom loop, take it across. And you're going to keep doing this till you get down the road here to the end. Got two more here. Take the bottom one, go over the top. So that was three. So we're down to one more. You can see there's two. You want to take the bottom one, and bring it over the top. So that you just pull it, and it ends up looking like this. If I can get, okay. Now, and this is a very long board to work with. I like the shorter ones better, but if this is going to be a better quality, then I need to be happy with what I have here. So that it will last a long time. Okay. Now, here's the casting off. It's easier when you have a crochet hook and then you have your pick in case you need your loom pick. But you want to, let's see how I can do this. You want to start away from your yarn. So you want to start at the other end of your from your working yarn. What you need to do, if I can try to do this maybe this way. Is take these two, which are the end, put your needle in there, crochet needle, and put your crochet and put the next one on there. And when you have both of them on there like this, you want to take the one that's to this side of it, to the end, pull that over, and now you have your second loop. Pull the first loop over. Now we have loop 2 and We need to get loop 3. So then we'll add a loop here and take that first loop that was on there and pull it off. And now we have number 3 loop on there. Now go to put number 4 loop on there with 3. Pull number 3 loop over. And do you see how this is ending up? There we go. Now you can see it. It's nice and looks kind of braided there. So then you want to keep going. Put the next loop over. And pull the first loop over. Now go to the next one. We'll call it the new loop. And the one that's over there has become old. So then we take the old loop off. Again. We put another new loop on. And we pull the old loop off. Go again. Put a new loop on, the old loop off over it. Put another new loop on. Take the old one and pull it over and make sure you still have this one on your loop or on your crochet hook. There's 2 more here to do. It's hard to sit there and do this with the camera so you can see. So I'm hoping that you're able to see up close. You have the 2. So then you want to take this old one and bring it over. Take it off of the loop so you still have just the newest one. And there's 1 more. So we're at the end. So we put the new loop on. We're going to take this oldest one off. Now, what other thing that I should have done is grab some scissors. And I don't have any. Just 1 moment, will return. Okay, I'm back. Now I want to take. You want to take just, I'm going to say about 10 inches. You may not even need that to go ahead and cut off, so that you can cut your yarn and you can bring it through the last loop. There we go. Yeah, it already came, when I put this down, it already came out of my loom, but that's okay because it was just on the last hook when I put it down. So anyway, this was the last loop that we had. Now we're going to take our yarn and we're going to bring it around, and we're going to take this old yarn here and bring it over, and then bring this through. Okay, there we go. Basically now you just gotta do a knot There we go. Now we've got the knot here, and now we can just I'm going to go one more time and try to go around this. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Right. There we go. So now we got a knot. And we can cut it off. And then the other end, okay, and the other end, you want to do the same thing. I did it earlier, but if you take the end, it's going to be hanging loops. So you want to grab these loops, and you want to sit there and take the first loop, and then pick up the second loop, and then take the first loop back off. Then you have the second loop on here. Grab that third loop, put it on there, and then take the second loop off until you get the whole way across like that. And when you get done, just cut it off. And there you go. You have a nice warm sweater to go through. Ta-da. So if anybody has any questions, just contact me and I'll work with some more. Maybe we can get on a Google Hangout and we can do it in person. Okay? Thank you. I enjoyed showing it to you. Sorry it's been a long time here with this video, but I think going slow and getting all the points in will help you out. Thank you.